Hello and welcome back to another gaming news video. As we have officially crossed into 2022, many highly anticipated games are within a year of release. This includes Warner Bros. Hogwarts Legacy. So today we're going to run through all the information and news that has surfaced over the past couple of days about when we will be seeing Hogwarts Legacy. Now, if you remember from our last video about Hogwarts Legacy, Avalanche at the end of 2021 tweeted that a holiday greetings to the fans, but also that they were excited to share more news and updates on Hogwarts Legacy starting in 2022. So naturally, the first question that comes to mind is, when will we see this new content or new information about Hogwarts Legacy? And we have some news and rumors to go over that can give us some insight into when we might possibly get to see the game. Our first short-term option for seeing Hogwarts Legacy would be at a State of Play event for Sony. There is one going around in news articles and on Reddit rumored for February. And this is similar to the timeline of when Sony has produced similar events in 2019 and 2020. So this wouldn't be that far of a stretch to see Sony produce a State of Play, which obviously Hogwarts Legacy would have a good chance at appearing at. I will leave all the sourcing and Twitter links in the description for all of this. But the first source I want to look at when talking about whether there is a Sony event coming up in February would be a tweet from Tom Henderson. He is a video game journalist who has a history of reporting on not only games and their announcements, but also gaming events and when they're set to take place. In a tweet on January 9th, Henderson explained, "The current rumor for the next Sony event looks to be happening in December based on January's media event and PlayStation's previous dates." He continues to explain that it'll probably be a State of Play and has the potential to be something pretty big in his opinion. It's also important to note that February releases such as Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West, and Sifu and other titles would benefit from having one last game event to showcase at before their official release. Now, the second source I want to talk about we've actually used on the channel here before, Account NGT. In a tweet on January 10th, he goes on to explain that he will be keeping his followers posted on whether or not Hogwarts Legacy will be at the upcoming PlayStation event, and then answers, "But honestly, it is almost certain to be now." He also references a tweet he posted before the December Game Awards about Warner Bros. Not having approved a trailer for Hogwarts Legacy to be at the Game Awards. For a quick recap of what he is referencing, before the December Game Awards, there was news and rumors surfacing from various sources that was saying that Warner Bros. Did have an asset ready to show for Hogwarts Legacy before the Game Awards, but they weren't sure that they wanted to share it given the current controversy that surrounded the intellectual property for the Wizarding World. The first is the current general consensus of when Hogwarts Legacy will be released is within the second half of the year. My personal predictions, as I've mentioned before, are Q3. There are a couple people saying it would be sooner, more like a summer release. But in saying that, there is a lot more time for them to show bigger pieces of content later on down the road. So with this State of Play event, we might get like some gameplay details or a cinematic trailer or something about the story, which I wouldn't be upset to get. The second point for consideration that I want to talk about has to do with the controversy and media coverage that Warner Bros. Was concerned with. Now, for those of you who don't know, Warner Bros. Did release a 20th anniversary special for the anniversary of the first Harry Potter movie through HBO Max, and that special was very well received and did not have a major backlash or negative reviews. And I personally feel like that helped Warner Bros. Gauge where they were at with with the community and help them figure out when they would want to be sharing more info on Hogwarts Legacy. Another thing is Avalanche and Warner Brothers have a community manager now for Hogwarts Legacy, and I will leave a link to his Twitter below as well. But he has talked about how they are getting ready to show stuff on Hogwarts Legacy and get the community more involved with information about the game soon. And that is everything I wanted to cover in this video about the coverage of Hogwarts Legacy at the Sony State of Play that is rumored to be happening in February. What do you think about this? Do you think we'll see Hogwarts Legacy this next month, or what are your thoughts? As always, thank you for watching. It helps support the channel. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and if there's any other news, I will update you here.